Okay, 30 minutes later, I just checked everything. The total voltage went down to 10.16. Not a big difference. Each individual cell. The two outside did not change. The inside came down 0.3. So I'm going to go ahead and plug this thing in one more time. I'm actually going to leave it plugged in this time. Okay, there we go. There's our load started back up. It's immediately down, dropping 9.39, 9.2. It's almost to the bottom, and I just touched that bulb again. 9.1. It's 9.0 now. It should shut off any second. There it went. So I am going to, I can't shut my load off. So what we'll do, we'll let it reset now. Start it back up. Now shut the load off before it goes into error. And I'm going to watch it like this. I'm going to leave that on because that's going to consume a little bit. And I'll come back in another 20 or so minutes and I'll check it. I don't think I'm going to be in danger of dropping below 3 without the load running. So 10 point, I'm just a little over 10 volts. Not pulling anything right now. Okay, another half an hour has went by. And I got the idea to go ahead and connect up the capacity controller, because I wanted to see how it would do. Total voltage is 10.02. The voltage on this meter is 9.98. It is dropping 9.9 on that, 10.1 here, and I've got my ANOVA in line on the middle cells. And it's down to 3.21 volts right now. And I went ahead and got rid of the halogen and the other load, and I've got my license plate light connected up. It's pulling 0.4 amps on this one. I'm sorry, yeah, amps. On this one it's pulling 0.134 amps, so that's very similar. I'm pulling 1.6 watts right now. So it's still going through the inverter. Not inverter, charge controller. And it's still 9.9. So very, very slow draw on it. I'm going to just leave this running for a little bit. And we'll just kind of monitor, come back and monitor, and make sure that I'm not dropping below 3 volts on the center. The outside are still higher than the center bank. Okay, it's quite a while later now. I let this thing run for a while, and the middle cells, the middle cell here, these three dropped down to about 292. So I shut everything off. It's been sitting for over an hour. So my current voltage for the entire pack is 9.90. Cell number 1 is 3.41. Cell number 2 in the middle is 3.08. And cell number 3, 3.40. So I can no longer use my charge controller to do this. I still need to drain these down, but I'm going to need to drain them down one cell at a time now. So I'm going to need to connect up a load on these three here and run it down, and then these three here and these three here, and try to get it down to 3. This one here I'm going to do really fast. I think I'll do this one first and then let it rest. This whole thing's been resting for over an hour, so I know my voltage is at its resting voltage now. So now I really need to just dismantle this thing and take it into the other room and hook an individual load up to this, this, and this, and do it kind of like that. And but I also need to have the meter on it so I can watch what it's going to do, because as these things get down to dead, to 3 volts each, and I got a load on it, if it's a big load like the halogen, forget it. It could take it down well below 3 volts in no time at all, and that's when battery damage is going to happen. So I need to be really careful in doing this. Okay, it has been 3 days now, and I finally got my 9 cells down to a resting voltage. It has taken a lot longer than I thought. And part of the problem is that I've had to return to work, so I'm only here for, a few hours a day available to do this. So I ended up taking them all out of the pack and put them all in parallel and just running them down. And I haven't wanted to run them down too far. It's really dangerous to drain them much below 3 volts, each cell below 3 volts, because at some point when you got the load on there and you're trying to bring them down, they'll drop really, really fast because they're actually dead. So suddenly you could end up going way down to well below 2.50 or something, and then you're looking at probably battery damage, I would imagine. So I've had to be really careful about it, but I've got them all down. They've been resting now for about 8 or 9 hours, and they're all down to some of them are 2.99 and some of them are 2.88. So that's just so close. I think I'm good. I think I've got it resting at that. So it is now time to put these back in the pack, put it all back together, and balance charge it with the iMax B6. So let's go have a look at the testing station in the battery pack and see what I've done to it in the last couple of days.